Welcome to my channel. I'm Cassie, and this is Filled by Makeup. Today I have my first actual look of the year, and it's almost the end of January, so that's kind of a fault on me. But if you follow me on Instagram, and I really suggest that you do because I'm posting a whole bunch of colorful looks now. I posted a look similar to this a few weeks ago, and it is a sunset sort of eye that was inspired by a Christmas card that I received from somebody very near and dear to my heart. He created it and he's a wonderful artist. I'm going to link the look and his Instagram in my description, so go check it out. But we're going to recreate it. We do have a few mishaps along the way, but you'll see how I fix it. As always, check out social medias. Everybody has them. It's a thing, but do the thing. I have real skin, so you're gonna see that my face is breaking out, but I'm also nearly 30, so you know, that's kind of how that rolls. I hope you enjoy this look. Please feel free to recreate it. It's great for hooded eyes, it's great for regular eyes, and you don't have to use the Viseart. Use whatever you've got laying around. I hope you enjoy this look, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm going to apply a little bit of eyeshadow primer. I'm using Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I'm going to get started and I'm going to apply it to my eyelid. I'm using the tiniest bit and I'm just tapping it in. Using a pretty large brush, I'm going to take a neutral shadow, and I'm going to be using Vanilla Bean from Makeup Geek, just this one right here, and I'm just going to set my shadow, or my primer. I suggest using a shadow close to your skin tone, but you can use whatever you prefer. If you really want your shadows to pop, you can use white. Okay, so there's that. With an eye look like this, you do want to have a nice neutral transition shade. For me, I'm going to use the shade, I'm going to just use a warm shade that I have kicking around from an old Too Faced palette that I depotted. I don't even remember which one it was, but it's this. Use whatever you have. I could use something from inside here. These are a bunch of Viseart palettes I've depotted and used over the time, but I'm just going to use this Too Faced one because I like it. I'm just going to work this up a little bit above my hood, but if you have a regular crease, just pop it up a little bit above your crease. So just work it in, and then I'm going to take a clean blending brush. So I just used an angled brush from Royal Langnickel. This is just an angled shader brush. Use whatever. Now I'm going to use a clean blending brush. This is an E40 from Sigma. And I'm just going to buff it in and blend it. Don't worry if this isn't the cleanest. This is just going to act as a nice transition to transition from the colors into your skin tone. So we don't have something harsh. For the actual colored look, I'm going to be using my Viseart Bright Editorials palette, which looks like this. Use whatever you have. You can do this look pretty easily because we're going to be using the pink, the orange, the yellow, and we're going to be using a little bit of the purple. You could just as easily use an Urban Decay Electric palette. And let me grab mine. Find it. You could use your electric palette if you have one. You could use, NYX has a bright palette. Any bright shadows, if you have a Sugar Pill Pro, anything like that would work for this. I just prefer my Viseart shadows for these type of looks because they're bright and they're pigmented. But use what you have on hand. Preferably mattes. These are all matte shadows. But if you, when you get down to the lid space, if you want to use a brighter shadow, you can go for it. If you want to just like go over here and you want to pop on a nice shimmer to make it look really nice, you can do that as well. The world is your oyster. Do what you want. So we're gonna just pop right into this. I like using a ton of brushes. If you don't have a ton of brushes, clean them off as you go. To start off, I'm going to be using the orange shade in here, this bright ass orange shade. And I'm going to be taking a fluffy crease brush. This is from Royal & Langnickel in the rack set. And I'm going to just dip my brush into the orange. I'm going to knock off some excess. And I'm just going to go right into this, right above where my hood is. And I'm just going to work her in nicely. And I'm just going to work her back and forth in a C shape, kind of creating a dome. And I'm not going to bring her all the way into my inner corner because we want to keep that nice and light. But I'm going to work her in, and I'm going to bring her kind of down a little bit into my outer corner. Now that I've got that in, I use the fluffier brush because it starts to blend itself when I do that, but you'll see what I'm going to do next. I'm taking a crease brush from Royal & Langnickel. This is from their Pink Essentials line, and I'm not sponsored by them, I just like their brushes. I'm going to take that hot pink shade right here, and I'm going to dip into it, and I'm going to go right underneath, like a line, right underneath where I put that orange, and I'm going to place it, and I'm going to start going back and forth in those same motions. I know. And I'm going to work it underneath that orange. Don't worry, we'll go back with the orange if it starts to look a little weird. And I'm just going to work it back and forth and underneath. And I'm going to start dragging it down on the outside and pulling it in kind of around. So we're going to go back and forth in like an upside down C. And keeping the lid there. Back and forth. And these crease brushes are great because they deposit color while still blending it out. Now I'm going to go back in with my clean blending brush. I'm going to go in between the lines of where I place my color. And I'm going to buff back and forth, creating that gradation. Now if you see you're starting to lose a little bit of your pigmentation, go back in with your color. So go back in with your orange. And just start to place it a little bit more and build it up. A little bit more orange. And then a little bit more pink. The orange and the pink will blend together to create kind of this really cool shade. And that's kind of what we want here. And you're going to want more orange to dominate this look. And the pink is just kind of creeping in to create some dimension. And then you're just going to put them in together. And there you go. And now it's starting to look a little wonky on the sides here. So I'm going to take our clean blending brush and we're going to just kind of round the edges here. I'm going to take the brush that I used to set my shadow earlier and I'm just going to kind of walk it around to buff it back. Kind of like an eraser. Great for that. So, taking a smaller crease brush, and it looks like a painter's brush, I'm going to take that purple shade. And I'm going to take just the tiniest bit. I'm going to be careful with this purple because it's super pigmented. And I'm going to go right into this tiny outer corner. And I'm just going to work it right into the corner here. Just the tiniest bit. I'm not going up into the, this like V, this oval I've created. I don't want to go up into it because I don't want to darken it. But right on this outer corner. Kind of like I'm creating a smoky outer V, but I want to curve the eyeball. And you can bring it down around here, just a tiny bit because you want to create that depth. And clean that up, and then clean blending brush and work it in. I'm going to take a shader brush. This is a Sigma E55. It's probably the best shader brush for my eye shape. I'm going to take that yellow and I'm just going to load up my shader brush really load it up. And then I'm gonna just pat it on. I'm just gonna run it back and forth. Taking no mind that if I get it into my inner corner, that's fine. But pat it back and forth and work it up into the color. That's fine. It's all good. All good. And then I'm going to take my clean blending brush and blend those two shades in together, right at where they meet. I'm going to go back and I'm going to add just a tiny bit of pink at where they intersect, kind of melding them together. And adding a teeny bit more orange up at the top. I'll take my clean blending brush and swirl it all together so it's a nice clean blend. If you find that you're getting shades and colors outside where you should be, take your foundation brush or sponge and kind of just around, and it will erase essentially everything. Okay, underneath the eyes, I'm going to take a tiny shader brush. This is a mini flat smudger. And I'm going to take just a tiny bit of the purple and then a tiny bit of the orange. And I'm just going to run it right underneath. Just right up along the lash line. Pretty simple, run it just right along. Clean her up. And then I'm going to just take that brush that I've been using to blend it all out. I'm going to take that warm transitional color we've used and buff it along here. Just to buff out that color I just put down. And buff it around just to give us a nice transition. And then I'm going to take that shade that I set my eyes with, go around, give us a skin tone, and then we're going to add some highlight. If I see that anything is a little less than what I want it to, I'll just go back in and add my color. So I'm not happy with the yellow. Let's add some yellow. There we go. I'll finish up the face real quick. To finish up my eyes because my camera did cut out, I added a little bit of a white highlight into my corners and underneath my brow bone with just a matte white shadow. So to finish my face, I'm going to add a little bit more powder to kind of cover up what's going on my face. Unfortunately, I have real skin, and I'm just going to dust a little bit more there and then hope for the best. So moving forward, I'm going to add a little bit of contour. And to do that, I'm going to use a pointed contour brush from Real Techniques. And I'm going to take Shiro Cosmetics and Do Your Research. And we're going to deal with my neighbors being really loud. And I'm going to just take it, it's a loose powder, so you have to be very careful. And I'm just going to take the tiniest bit on the tip of my brush and I'm going to knock it off. And I'm going to go right underneath here and blend it in. Take a bigger brush and I'm going to just buff it out so it's nice and smooth. For highlight today, I'm going to be using Decay Sin, and I'm going to be using a fan brush from Royal Nickel. I'm just going to hit the high points. For blush, I'm going to be using NARS Orgasm and Deep Throat Mixed, and I'm going to be applying it with a large stippling brush from Royal Lime Nickel, and I'm going to be taking it out of a cheek palette. So I'm just going to kind of just dip in back and forth and then on my cheeks. And then I'm just going to take my big blending brush and just kind of meld my highlight and my blush together. Okay. Before I move on, I'm going to set my face with my mist and fix. I normally Alright, so I'm going to take my e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. I normally don't do this, but today I'm looking actually very cakey, so I'm going to do it today. And then I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm just going to kind of work it in. I'm going to finish up my look with some lipstick. So first I'm going to wipe off the lip balm that's been sitting there the whole time. With such a colorful look, you could go with a brighter lipstick. I mean, I encourage you to do what you want. But I'm feeling like a neutral today. I also have Derby tonight, so I don't want to go too crazy with lipstick. I'm going to be sucking out of a water bottle the whole time. So I'm going to be using NARS Velvet Lip Glide in Unlaced. And that's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see more looks, and I'm constantly posting looks now on my Instagram and on my blog, you can see the story behind the look even if I don't film it. Check out my blog at fieldbymakeup.com, or you can check out my social media under those same names. I hope you enjoyed this look, and if you recreate it or you do something similar with even different colors, please tag me on Instagram and give me a shout out because I want to see it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.